What is the current health of this German economy? To what extent is sentiment being powered by expectations of a deal with the US?
Good morning. Yes, that's a factor. There is the hope now that there will be a deal with the US and maybe also less uncertainty about how things will be going on, what tariffs will be. So that's one factor. The other factor, of course, is the debt package decided by the German government. So there is the infrastructure fund that will have an impact. Companies hope they will benefit from that. And there is the investment booster, so incentives, new tax incentives to invest that have been introduced. And we see in the data that investment goods producers are actually showing improved data. So their business situation improves and their expectations are boosted by that. So there seems to be an impact. But this is more domestic factors rather than the tariffs, where there is hope, but also continued uncertainty, of course.
What do you think? What is your best estimate, Clemens, you and the team at the Ifo Institute, in terms of what a 15% tariff deal between Europe and the US, if that's what we get, what that would do for the prospects of the German economy through 2025 and into next year?
It would be something German exporters could live with. So, of course, exports will become more difficult as a result of this compared to the situation last year or before Trump. But, we would avoid a massive negative impact. So I think a 15% deal, which is stable then, would also stabilize the economy and at least wouldn't make prospects worse. We shouldn't forget it's not a very good deal for Europe. But given the threats of much higher tariffs, I think that would be good news. The question, of course, is will this be reliable? But I think it would be an improvement compared to what we had in recent months.
Are we getting closer when it comes to investment decisions from major corporates in Germany? Are we getting closer to a point, if we do get a trade resolution, if we do get a deal where more capex will be put to play? Is there a sense that corporates are keeping dry powder on one side until they get more clarity, and then we get an impulse in terms of capex spend at some point this year into 2026?
Yes, there will be an impact. I mean, at the moment, as I said, we are seeing a positive impact coming from the change in tax incentives and the prospects of higher infrastructure investment in Germany. Also, the prospect of higher spending on defense. So that's something that's driving capex at the moment. But of course, a deal would help because under this enormous uncertainty, companies have little choice. They have to postpone projects. And I think if that resolves, if that uncertainty disappears, some investment projects will be coming forward. Of course, the question is, does the uncertainty really disappear? How reliable is the US government when they make a deal? That's a question, but I think if there was a deal, it would help.